What's happening around the world? It's time for another serving of News Bites.
最近国内外发生哪些大事？午餐搭配 ICT News Bites， 慢慢的一口接一口吸收最新时事和趣闻。
Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of News Bites. I'm Paz Bueno.
And I'm Nancy Sun.
In today's news, Taiwan makes Jersey textiles,
Germany's solar-powered town,
and a future becoming reality.
Stay tuned and we'll tell you more about these stories coming up next.
Top of Taiwan.
台湾送纺织到世界杯. Taiwan sends fibers to World Cup.
T-shirts, jeans, dresses, shoes. All of these have something in common. They're all made of textiles, 纺织品.
A textile is a kind of material that's made by weaving or knitting, 编织或针织. And in Taiwan, there are many companies that make textiles.
Major textile suppliers, 供应商, are using advanced technology to make textile from recycled plastic. And one company called Far Eastern New Century Corporation is one of them.
The textile brand works with Adidas and an environmental organization called Parley for the Ocean. 纺织品牌与阿迪达斯和一个名为 Parley for the Ocean 的环保组织合作。
They make sports jerseys, 运动衫, from marine plastic waste. In this year's FIFA World Cup, 7 teams are using Far Eastern-made jerseys.
Those teams are from Germany, Japan, Spain, Argentina, Mexico, Belgium, and Wales. 这些球队来自德国、日本、西班牙、阿根廷、墨西哥、比利时和威尔士。
Far Eastern has been part of the World Cup supply chain, 供应链, for more than 10 years.
Going global.
德国的太阳能小镇 Germany's solar-powered town.
Countries in Europe are experiencing an energy crisis now, 正在经历能源危机.
This year, because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, many people in Europe are worried about energy over the winter. 今年因为俄罗斯入侵乌克兰，很多欧洲人都担心过冬的能源问题。
That's because Russia is a major supplier, 主要供应商 of gas to Europe. And because of the war, Russia cut the flow of gas, 切断了天然气的供应。
In Germany, many communities are looking for ways to get energy without relying, 依靠, on gas and oil. One of those communities, 社区, is Abensberg.
The town mayor says Abensberg is working with a larger energy company to make the town solar-powered, 太阳能. 90% of the energy in the town comes from the sun.
Everywhere you look, you can see photovoltaic panels, 光伏板. Many families installed solar panels on their roofs, 屋顶. But sometimes when it's dark or cloudy, the town needs to supplement, 补充, its energy from the power grid.
The town mayor says they are working to be self-sufficient, 自给自足, by 2030. His goal is to produce 300% of electricity for the town using solar, wind, and water power.
The mayor says alternative energy production, 替代能源生产, is getting more attention because of the energy crisis. The townspeople of Abensberg say it's very important for Germany, Europe, and the whole world to think about cleaner energy sources.
Today's feature.
飞行汽车将成为现实. Flying cars will soon be a reality.
Imagine the future. 想象未来. What do the buildings look like? What kind of cars do you think people would drive?
If you're thinking of a flying car, you might not have to wait for the future, because they already exist, 存在.
A Chinese automobile company has made 2 flying vehicle models. 一家中国汽车公司制造了2款飞行汽车的模型。
They recently unveiled 揭幕 them in Dubai. The electric vehicles called Xpeng X2 and X3 models completed their test flights successfully.
3、2、1，起飞！
The X2 model is teardrop-shaped and has an electric engine and produces no carbon emissions. X2 型号为类猪型，配备电动发动机，不会产生碳排放。It's designed to drive autonomously, 自动驾驶, and can go up to 129 kilometers per hour. It has 8 propellers, 螺旋桨, 2 for each corner of the vehicle.
The X3, on the other hand, looks like a sports car with wings. It can drive like a regular car in ground mode, 地面模式. When the driver needs to fly, they can shift to flight mode, 飞行模式.
The company Xpeng Aero HT is not the only one making flying cars. Over 500 companies are working to make it come true.
Right now, there are about a dozen working models being tested. 目前大约有10几种工作模型正在测试中. So the future with flying cars might be closer than you think.
The recap.
So, in today's News Bites, major textile suppliers are using advanced technology to make textile from recycled plastic. In this year's FIFA World Cup, 7 teams are using Far Eastern-made jerseys.
In Germany, many communities are looking for ways to get energy without relying on gas and oil. One of those communities is Abensburg. 90% of the energy in the town comes from the sun.
And a Chinese automobile company has made 2 flying vehicle models. The future with flying cars might be closer than you think.
And that's all for today's episode of News Bites.
This week, we asked you to have your say about being thankful. Cindy from Utah International High School's elementary section is thankful for someone in her family.
Hi, I am Cindy. I am a student in 01 from Utah High School. I am most thankful for my grandpa. He teaches me how to be a good girl. Now I behave well because of him. Thank you, Grandpa, for teaching me. I love you.
And that's all for this week's Have Your Say. Remember, if your answer was used in the show this month, we'll be sending you a gift in the mail. Make sure to tune in again next week for an all-new question.
ICRT 与教育部国民及学前教育署下次继续和您聊新闻。ICRT App 和网站也能重复收听。
More local and international news next time on News Bites. Brought to you by the K-12 Education Administration. Find past episodes available on the ICRT website and app.